TBISE, the best in sports entertainment. We're here live in Partnership USA. TNS Media Group is the team and the family. So we got another fight coming up. You know, Keyshawn Davis, young up-and-coming, we'll say potential world champion. I think he's going to be a world champion at some point. Has his first title fight coming up. I was going to fight Dennis Berinchyk. You're saying that correctly. He get his first title shot. Keyshawn, you know, we got 14, 15 fights now?
12-0.
Oh, 12-0. 12 fights now, getting his first title shot. What does this mean for Keyshawn, and what do you expect?
This means everything to Keyshawn, just the same as it means everything to Berinchyk. Berinchyk just gained the title, I believe, over Navarrete.
In May, I think it was May or June, I believe.
Yeah, so it's new to him as well, and he's only 19-0. But Keyshawn being 12-0, silver medalist, you know what I mean, he's basically, it's besides one blemish, you know, due to like smoking weed or something, but he's had a great career. And his last performance was probably one of the best performances of last year.
Yeah.
He got a guy out of there, no matter what, 2 rounds, and that guy came in 6 pounds overweight. Yeah. You know what I mean? Was naturally 140 pounder. I mean, for that 35 and 40, but you know what I mean? He was last seen fighting at 40 versus Richardson Hitchens. So that's why the fight was impressive. So for me, Keyshawn's been getting better every fight. And a fight like this would just put the final, not the final stamp, but that main stamp of being a champion. This is a real championship fight. You're fighting a real guy who won his title from a real guy. So that's how you know he's not a slouch. This just means the world to Keyshawn.
So Keyshawn, like, you know, from VA, Norfolk, I believe.
Yeah.
Down there, you know, he has the fight he had was in Virginia, and you see the showing out. Everyone was there to support him. He has a big support group, especially in his hometown.
Right.
That shows a lot, almost like what Boots came here and for in Philadelphia.
Right.
People come out. So now that shows that you have the marketability, meaning that you can be a big draw if he match you with the right opponent.
Right.
So if he wins this fight, you know, that will make him a champion at 135 pounds.
Right. Do
you think that, you know, he will be in line to possibly get like a Tank fight, or, you know, because Tank doesn't really fight for belts, as you can see.
Right.
But he probably will be in line to get that potential opportunity to fight someone like Tank.
Yeah, he definitely would be in line for a fight like that. We wouldn't see him and Shakur because they close to each other. But we definitely could see Tank and Keyshawn, which would be probably one of the best fights in the last 10 years. You know what I mean? That we've seen, one of the best. And I'm excited for the young kid, you know what I mean? This is what he's talked about since his pro debut, and he's been showing improvement. So I think, you know, he's ready. I think he's ready.
Now, you mentioned that, you know, him and Shakur probably would never fight due to their friendship.
Right.
But do you think if, you know, the belt's on the line, right money is there, the fighters fight? Because it'll be a big payday. Like, listen, we both going to get paid.
Right.
We friends, we just going to fight. That doesn't change anything outside the ring. But do you think that you can fight your friend and still be friends afterwards?
I think first thing for me, I would fight whoever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because this is what we say we want it. And if you really want it, you'll go through whoever you have to get that.
Yeah.
The thing is, if they did fight, I don't think they'd be cool afterwards. You know what I mean? Because it's tough. It's tough to lose to somebody that you have a relationship with and then have to be around them afterwards. So I think that's what it's about. I think that's why, the way it was explained to me from Shakur is we are closer than just friends. You know what I mean? We know each other's family. We spent time with each other's family, things like that. So it's like, we ain't doing it. But for me, I mean, I would do it.
Yeah. Like I seen photos of Shakur holding Keyshawn's baby,
right,
and being at the hospital or whatever, wherever they were at when he was holding the baby. But you see him supporting him in having his first child, I believe. So you spoke about them not fighting because of that. But do you think that whenever these fighters are sparring each other, in their mind they thinking like, listen, like, yeah, I can probably.
Yeah, you have. I mean, because that's the mindset of a competitor. It don't matter who it is. And once you get in here, we opt for maybe 8 rounds, 10 rounds. You know what I mean? Whatever, however many rounds they doing. So we got to do what we got to do. And I know they test each other. You know what I mean? For those two guys to be close and to be able to spar each other, I know that's great work. You know what I mean? And you need things like that. But I know in the back of both of their minds, I could beat you. You know what I mean? Because why otherwise would you be in that ring if you didn't think you could beat him?
I heard stories from Shakur where he mentioned, like, you know, I saw online, he didn't tell me personally, but I saw online stories where he said, Shakur said he sparred Bud. He's like, Bud basically like got over on him in the fight.
Right.
But he said he learned so much from the sparring matches.
Right.
So by them being close friends, them sparring, them being around each other, it's like, you know, what they say, steel sharpens steel.
Right.
You know, so that makes them both, you know, a dangerous fighters for
Right.
any other opponents. Now, Keyshawn gets this title. You know, he's not going to fight Shakur, possibly in line for Tank. But if he can't get a Tank fight after getting his belt, if he's able to get that, who do you want to see him in the ring with next?
At 35, I mean, it's tough because the other names left, like Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. You know what I mean? There's other fighters at 35, but I want to just see him in there with the cream of the crop. Yeah. I mean, the best at 135.
Only two there is Shakur and Tank. And the only two there that you know, you got some good fights there.
Well, you do have Top Rank has a bunch of guys. So they have Tevin Farmer just fought. What's his name? I forgot this guy's name.
What's it called? Zapata.
Yeah. That's a great fight. You got the other guy, Muratalla. That's a great fight. Even Tevin Farmer is a great fight. Yeah. Even a rematch with Nair Albright, great fight. You know what I mean?
And also, what's called, who's trained by Bozy? That might be, he's
Andy Cruz.
Andy Cruz.
I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about Andy Cruz.
Yeah, Andy Cruz would be a good test. Is Cruz he's at 130 or 135?
135, yeah.
Oh, he's there?
Yeah.
So that, I believe they have some history as well from the...
For sure, from the Olympics.
So Keyshawn may want to avenge his loss. I mean, Cruz is probably not, you know, somebody people want to see, so to speak, because of he hasn't hasn't been active enough to really, you know, to warrant the fight. But that would be a fight that, you know, people who like boxing would probably want to see it. People who know the history of him and Keyshawn. Yeah,
I think they will fight though eventually because Andy Cruz won't let it live, won't let Keyshawn live with the fact that he beat him twice in the amateurs.
So once you beat somebody twice in the amateurs, or you win against somebody, what type of confidence does that give you in the pros?
I mean, it gives you a lot of confidence, period, because I beat you. You know what I mean? So, especially if you beat somebody twice, it's like you can't beat me. You know what I mean? That's the mindset. But I think in the professional ranks, I could see Keyshawn. Now, I ain't gonna say he'll just all out beat him, but I could see Keyshawn putting up a way better fight than he did in the amateurs because the fights in the amateurs was really close. You know what I mean? Just from my eye, it wasn't like a wide margin. It wasn't like Andy Cruz was beating him up to the point where he just couldn't do nothing.
He just got denied.
He got denied, and you know, he got outpointed a little bit. But I think in the professional fight, we see a lot better fight from both guys, but we see a lot better Keyshawn because he's more seasoned.
Yeah, and Keyshawn to me looks like he's a lot. He's actually developing into that 135
very
pound
strong
frame where he looks really, really strong. You see the punches he was throwing in his last fight.
Right.
And that fight, like you said, came in overweight.
Right.
And he was able to, you know, get him out of there. So, you know, we look forward to good things from Keyshawn. I think Keyshawn is a hell of a fighter, man. You know, keep doing what you're doing out there, and, you know, in the boxing world and holding down VA. So, anything else you want to add in regards to this, Keyshawn Davis?
Nah, I'm just looking to see this kid, you know, reach the stars. Barincic is tough though. He's not coming to lay down. Awkward build, got long arms. You know what I'm saying? Awkward timing. Maybe he's not as flashy as like a Lomachenko, but you know he comes from that country, so he has a great education. He was an Olympian himself. But the only thing that concerns me about this fight with Barincic's 36 years old. So how long does he really have? Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think Keyshawn is on the right path.
Yeah, he got this. This would be two hard fights back to back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it may take a toll on him and the age. And as you know, age, you can't, well, Father Time, you can't duck Father Time. So, so we'll see what happens in regards to this fight. So it's TBISE, the best in sports entertainment.
If you're looking for a career in home care, call Medicare LLC. We have the top pay, PTO, holiday pay, medical, dental, 401k. Call now. That's 215-644-8341.